in the National Guard from the beginning. Should have been a
I
federal plan for this.
I agree 110 million%. I mean, isn't that what we have the National Guard for, is a national emergency?
I see they called them in somewhere.
Yeah, and I saw that as well.
But I mean, this should have been a federal effort to make
Right.
sure that we were getting them. Good morning, Don. Don, we're live. Dana, doesn't Dana look beautiful in red?
Is that my color?
Dana.
It's you. Well, every color is your color. You look beautiful in all the bright stuff, you know?
The bright
like
stuff?
Yeah. The pretty bright colors. What are those called? Isn't there there's warm colors and cool colors?
Yeah.
Primary.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ron. I think Don and Ron are our earliest birds.
They are.
Let me look over at
Are you getting ready
enables military spouses to work.
Oh,
Now more than ever, we need your help to
Paul's
provide
getting his
emergency
coffee,
relief to
Brian.
military
Oh, is he?
families.
yeah.
Help now
So don't
at
start without him, Brian.
helpmca.org.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Mark.
Hi.
I've got muscular dystrophy. That means my muscles are weak and it can be hard to breathe.
Now is a scary time for everyone, as we are at a higher risk for respiratory infection.
In good times and bad, the Muscular Dystrophy Association helps kids live with neuromuscular disease. The pandemic places more than 200,000 adults and children with muscular dystrophy at a greater risk.
Breathing is often hard when you live with a neuromuscular disease.
But the Muscular Dystrophy Association is here to help.
MDA is what ensures they receive critical medical care at one of over 150 care centers across the U.S.
During COVID-19, kids like me are at a greater risk.
Don says we should start at 4.
Don, I assume he means 4 p.m. Or does he mean 4 a.m.?
4 a.m. We're already struggling.
Right. Like it's only Wednesday.
It feels later.
Oh, woe is me, woe is me.
Mr. Joe.
JR.
I can't get my coffee maker to work.
Oh, goodness.
I may have to call in. I may have to call in sick.
I'm calling the engineer. He fixes everything.
Call Ray.
Get Ray
Right,
over
call
here.
Ray.
Where's Ray when I need him?
Really
Oh, boy.
need him.
Man, oh man. It keeps shutting off. I go through the process, on the Keurig.
Oh, that
It
sounds
goes
like
through
a great
pick
problem.
the cup, put the cup in there, put it down, put the size of the cup, put it in, press the brew button, it all shuts down.
Oh,
I know you unplugged it, right?
Comes back on and on. I don't know. I turned it off. I haven't
Unplug
unplugged
it.
it because I can't get to the plug.
Oh,
It's a
gotcha.
long story.
Yeah.
That's the
I
trouble
see.
with built-in things. It was great to have it built in.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Until now.
It's Wednesday, January 6th, the 6th day of 2021. There are 359 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Kim reminds me we do have an espresso maker, and the only person in the house that's ever made espresso was Kim or Sophie. Maybe Natalie too, but I never have. That machine, it may as well be I don't know. It's a whole different thing to me. So, well, whatever. Good morning, everyone, and all the shit you see. I quickly have to call a doctor and get a doctor's appointment when I'm not able to drink coffee. I mean, I hate to waste a moment like this
Exactly.
where I can't drink coffee and don't have a doctor's appointment. Anyway, I stayed up too late, foolishly. All I saw was that one Democrat has already won and the other one is about to. I don't know what the latest is, Marie. I was running around like a chicken with my head
trying to
cut off. I
get
didn't
that
hear you.
darn coffee. Yes, the Reverend Raphael Warnock projected to win one of the 2 seats in Georgia. Still counting votes, though.
I've never seen such close voting, at least from what they were, 50 and 50, 50% and 50%. Wait, you can't end up there.
Yeah, in fact, his projection is a Fox News projecting that Warnock will win by 1.2% of the vote. So it's very close.
Wow. That's going to be, Nothing brings us closer together than having a 50-50 result in a vote where 50% of the people are happy and 50% of the people are not.
And that other race is even closer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too close to call. How's that
Right.
possible?
98% in.
Wow. Well, we'll have it for you, though. Lots to find out about, lots to talk about here this morning on a Wednesday morning. Oh, wait a minute. Dana, it's not just a Wednesday morning, is it?
It's hump day.
That's right. That almost got away from me.
It's the coffee thing. You're all thrown off.
I'm thrown off. Totally thrown off. All right. Let's take care of a little business here at 542.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
The one and only Dana Clark with our WJR traffic and weather first.
Traffic First, sponsored by Primetime Testing Laboratory. In need of testing that automotive project, Primetime Testing Labs are the industry's best in complete automotive testing services. They guarantee on-time delivery, accurate result reporting, and are a 2LA accredited. For your automotive project, get a free quote at primetimetestinglab.com. That's primetimetestinglab.com. 75 southbound at Sashabaw Road. Earlier accident is clear. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Clarkston Window and Door. Over 31 years in business, over 450 combined years of experience installing windows. Trusted specialists at Clarkston Window and Door. Act now to take advantage of 31% off install windows, doors, and garage doors. 248-338-6781 or clarkstonwindow.com.
Continue to see the overcast into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy should work. 37 should also work, or pretty close to it. Tonight into the upper 20s. Suburbs will be a little cooler. Cloudy tomorrow with a high of 35. Friday, a mix of clouds and sunshine with highs in the mid-30s. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik on News Talk 760 WJR.
About 34 degrees is what they're saying right now. About 34 degrees. No snow, no rain, anything right now. Had a little snowing last night, little rain and snow, but all is good right now on the Western Front and everywhere in between on this Wednesday, January 6th. Of course, Rush Limbaugh is with us from noon till 3, Monday through Friday, and he stops by first thing in the morning, like right now at 5:44. Rush?
The rising crime wave in New York City. Talk about it all the time. Shootings up 200% over last year. All sorts of violence and mayhem being unleashed. Now, the mayor, the idiot Bill de Blasio, says people's pent-up frustration of being cooped up inside because of the virus. He says that's the reason for skyrocketing crime. He says the $1 billion cut in the police budget, that's got nothing to do with it. Dismantling the anti-crime task force, the plainclothes unit, that's got nothing to do with it either. And, of course, neither does his release of over 2,000 hardened criminals from Rikers Island. And now another genius, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, has put her 2 cents in. She agrees the massive police budget cuts are not related to the crime wave because she wants the police defunded. She says rising crimes caused by people who are scared to pay their rent. They go out, they shoplift a loaf of bread to feed their hungry kids. Well, how does that account for the 200% increase in shootings? Meanwhile, on the other coast, California Democrats are about to release 8,000 criminals from jails and prisons to stop the virus from spreading, supposedly. Liberal Democrats, they defund the police. The same time they release criminals from jail. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR.
I have an observation for the group.
We're all
What's
ears.
that, Annie?
Isn't it funny when you have set habits and you get up early in the morning and one goes off, you know, like the coffee machine not working, how it kind of throws everything off for a while.
For the rest of the day.
The rest of the day is right.
Rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like when you're running late, same thing. It's like you never really catch up once you get to where you're going. You're all discombobbled. That's
or you forget your watch or your cell phone, or you know, there's a variety of things you like.
I go back home to get my watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
I can't
Annie.
imagine not having the cell phone.
Yeah, that's a
anymore.
definite emergency.
And all of us were alive when there weren't cell phones, and yet
How
somehow
did we
we
make it?
existed. I don't know.
I don't know how we did it.
We didn't have fax machines. We didn't have phones. There's been a lot of stuff that we didn't have, and some of that stuff is come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think does anyone have a fax machine anymore?
Mm-mm.
No, I do not.
I don't even have. I used to have a fax line on my printer.
Right.
After we didn't have a fax machine per se anymore, but we bought these all-in-one printers, and you'd have a fax machine on there. I don't even have it hooked up on this printer.
We use ours as a plant stand.
Clever, Marie. Very clever.
Very clever.
The other lifestyle observation I have is it ever going to be sunny again?
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Or are we going to be in this
It's bad.
gray
Sunday,
Having
Sunday, Annie.
Having just come from sun,
How are you feeling, Paul?
back to the gray, it hits you like a lead pipe.
Right on the plane. You do. You feel it. You're like,
I do, and this. I remember, and I was really angry at this guy. This was an old ABC executive who came in for a meeting when Cap Cities, our original company, bought ABC. So some of the ABC executives came in, and he didn't understand how angry it made me when he said, "Yeah, I'm flying in, and we're coming down low, and it's all gray and ugly." And I realized, yep, we're approaching Detroit.
How nice.
And I was like, I thought, you bastard. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How dare you come in and say that? And so I'm coming in and I'm coming down. And I go, oh, look at the gray. Oh, I sound like an ABC executive.
Was he right or was he right?
He was right.
Now, I heard one of the weather people on TV say that January 10th
You're hearing the Paul W.
is
Smith
the
Show.
cloudiest
News
day of
Talk
the year.
760
in Michigan.
WJR.
Cloudiest.
Wednesday morning, January 6th, and the team is here. I forgot to introduce everyone because I was belly aching about no coffee, and I'm still going to belly ache about no coffee, but Marie is here.
Oh, wait a second. I have to.
Don't do that to him, Marie.
But Marie, I'm coming back to you.
Dana, there you go. How
Clink,
are
clink.
you?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Clink.
God.
Try to clink it, Marie.
Oh, yeah, let's try.
Talk.
Clink.
It's coffee talk without the coffee. Dana Clark is here drinking coffee. Brian
It's
Morton,
hump day.
Ryan Morton. Ryan
We're
Morton
out of
doesn't
control.
even drink coffee, but he's drinking coffee just to spite me in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. Kim following along, probably sending instructions on how to use that what's that machine, the espresso, not espresso like I called it growing up, but the espresso machine. What? It's not espresso? It's espresso? And of course, our executive producer, Ann Thomas. Now, Marie, you were rudely interrupted by the automated announcer. And you were saying today is
I heard January 10th.
Oh, January 10th. So something to look forward to.
Yeah, cloudiest day. Yeah, something to mark your calendars. It's supposed to be the cloudiest day of the year, supposedly.
How do they know this stuff?
Well, I guess through history, they're looking back on the weather records. You can tell that. And January, big surprise. I know this will come as a news flash. Do we have the breaking news sounder? Yes, just January.
Do we even still have a breaking news sounder?
I used to, but I don't hear it.
We interrupt this program. Okay.
But no, January, of course, the cloudiest month of the year in Michigan.
So
January 10th, the cloudiest day of the year.
And the month of January, the cloudiest of the year.
So far, it's living up to that very nicely.
Yeah.
Very nicely. It's just doing what it's supposed to do.
I have a suggestion for you for your espresso machine. You can do something called an Americano. So you do the espresso and then put the boiling, put a cup of boiling water into that espresso and that'll make you an Americano, which is obviously a lighter version of an espresso. It's good. Paul, you should try it.
I will.
Is he gonna make it?
And
Marie, could you get over there?
Yeah, I'm getting in the car now. Gotta go.
I want to tell you how desperate I am. Kim has informed me that she's sure somewhere in the cupboard there is instant coffee.
No.
Oh no.
I'll go with Marie's idea.
I don't know that I can, even under the worst of circumstances, go with instant coffee.
You will.
I think I was frightened by a Sank commercial as a young boy.
Sanka, remember Sanka?
I remember tasting that for the first time and going, I don't think I'd even had coffee yet. And I went, what is this? But there are people who swear by Sanka. Still, I think. And then they drink a little Sanka and they slug down some Fresca to make it all. Fresca and Sanka. Well, today is National Shortbread Month. Yeah.
How shortbread get a month?
Sorry.
Poor Paul W.
It's the coffee.
It's the coffee.
Today is.
That's your excuse all day.
I told you I'm going to call in sick.
Yeah.
And host the show. Go ahead. Here's today's things to know about shortbread. Scottish shortbread evolved from medieval biscuit bread, which was twice baked, enriched bread rolls dusted with sugar and spices, and hardened into a rusk. That sounds like a lot of trouble.
I'm sure Marie makes shortbread.
Yeah, you know she does.
I've not made shortbread, I don't think. No.
She makes, she goes all the way. She makes long bread.
Yeah.
Why stop at shortbread? Eventually, butter was substituted for yeast and shortbread was born. Since butter was such an important ingredient, the word shortbread derived from shortening, and it was made as early as the 12th century. I don't remember the last time I had shortbread.
Shortbread cookies, do those count?
Those would count, and those would be delicious.
Cookies are delicious.
I remember those as being delicious.
Those with a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Let's have a drink.
All right. So
sorry, Paul.
Kim is telling me it's a Nespresso machine, and
Nespresso, yeah.
That's what I have.
Easy.
Is it?
Caps, she says.
Wait a minute. You have an espresso available to you right now?
Well, allegedly, yes. There's one in the thing there.
That is the easiest machine to use, period. And it makes delicious coffee. That's what I'm drinking this morning.
I heard it's delicious, but expensive.
Well, not really. Not when you really, my husband math did the spreadsheet on it.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
He said it was okay to buy.
Okay.
It's amazing, and we've talked about this before, because it's counterintuitive, but there's less caffeine in espresso, and I always thought because it was such much stronger coffee that it would have more caffeine, but that's not it at all. Yeah. Did anyone else hear that before?
I've never heard that.
I think I've heard that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's right. It could be the lack of coffee talking.
This is going to be a long show.
This is going to be a long show.
I got to go get a physical or something. I can't waste a day without coffee.
Just show up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they won't let you in.
No, they won't let you in these days.
You might have to find the Sanka.
Ron's sides are splitting. Thanks for
it's only going to get better,
Ron. Here's Bob. Always keeps his old Mr. Coffee in the basement as a backup.
That's smart.
There's a smart man. It's like I used to keep one of the old telephones in the basement because you have a power outage. Yeah. These phones these days stop working, but it's not because the phone lines are out. It's because your power's out. Whereas the old phones, you plug them in, not plug them in. They're hooked up, and they still work when there's a power outage.
Paul Patrick says call DoorDash.
Yes,
DoorDash
he's
you some
right.
coffee.
Would they deliver coffee?
Yeah.
Sure, and a donut.
That would be $37 for this coffee and a donut.
Who cares? At this point, you're desperate.
Exactly.
We have a show to do.
Yeah. All right. 5:57 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
Let's check it on this Wednesday morning at 5:57. Our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dana Clark.
Just looking at construction out there, Paul W. Accident free, no major delays. Let's take a look at 75 northbound between Springwells and Clark. That right lane is closed at schedule through the end of January. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com. Well, as we mentioned, still no sun in the forecast today. Won't see that sunshine until at least on Sunday. A little bit warmer today. Cloudy skies, a high of 37. Clouds tonight, your low 29. Clouds on Thursday as well, and a high of 35. Cloudy skies, 33 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Marie Osborne in 2 minutes.
So, Paul, why don't you go get the Nespresso machine working?
I'm
And he's like, please go.
Here's my problem.
Please.
Here's my issue is now I'm going to be thinking about how do I get that thing fixed between now and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So and it's built in, which is a wonderful thing until now.
So the Nespresso, though, is exactly like the Keurig. It's got those little pods. So you just fill it with water, find a pod, put it in, voila.
I'm going to have to do like 10 of them because,
No, because Marie says put the hot water in it, and then you have your Americano. So then
you punch a hole in the little pod?
No, first of all, get your little amount, and then put it in a bigger coffee cup and put in some hot water.
Oh, add hot water to that just to make. I got you. All right, I'm going to go experiment.
You have 5 minutes. So go, baby, go.
Annie,
Dana
you're like,
Marie and I'll hold
Annie, you're like, please go.
Please. That or I'm going to call DoorDash.
There you go. It'd be funny to see how quickly they would show up.
Do they work in the morning? Do you know?
I have no idea. I've never used DoorDash.
Are you kidding?
My Noah uses DoorDash all the time.
We use DoorDash all the time.
You do? Okay.
Well, I mean, to the point where it's ridiculous.
They know it's you.
WJR Detroit.
No, I've never used it. So how long do they take? Probably like 30 minutes.
It depends on where you're ordering from.
Okay.
But I would think this morning, if they do work in the morning, not that many people would be ordering coffee and a donut.
True. Yeah, you might as well get something else too.
But you could get like a couple. You could get like an egg sandwich and a couple coffees.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should get a backup for tomorrow, just in case.
He will spend the day looking to see how to get that thing.
Well, it must plug up somewhere, so it's built in, but maybe it's under. The plug has to be under the counter or something. If it's got to be somewhere. So obviously he's back home.
Exactly. Yes.
So, Cindy says DoorDash works in the morning, and they would deliver just coffee.
Wouldn't that be funny? And somebody shows up at your porch. Here's your coffee.
Right. The darker the roast, the less caffeine.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
That's really interesting. So the other story that we haven't gotten to because of the coffee is Cranes is saying that there's 160,000 doses destined for Michigan nursing homes that are missing from state data.
Missing
160,000 doses destined for Michigan nursing homes missing from state data. What is going on with this whole delivery system?
I don't know. It's like
they do something.
Everything you take one step forward and a couple of steps back.
There should have been a plan, though. I mean,
you would think there would be a plan, but again, it's like, can't we just get something right? Well, the vaccine, they got that right. It seems the speed of it, but you have to get it to people, and I don't know. I guess they couldn't make one, instead of 2 doses, because again, that's more people having to do it. You have to come back. What about some people who won't come back? They get the 1 dose and don't get the other dose. But
that would be a bad idea, I think.
Yes. Hi, Patrick. Yes, I did watch the kid video. It was so cute. Patrick sent me a link for Twitter.
Oh, for a kid video? Yes. I love kid videos and dog videos.
And dog videos, yes, are the best.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Emily checking in from Hawaii. Wow.
Oh, hi, Emily. Emily probably hasn't gone to bed yet.
Love to be in Hawaii. Hi, Mr. Joe from Shrine. Love Mr. Joe. So anywho, yeah, so it's like, it's a mess. It's a mess with the vaccine.
I think they need to call in the National Guard.
They need to.
And may have a plan. And so you have a date and a time and you go and get it done. Maybe they will eventually once they figure this out. But it's the nursing homes. I mean, these people really need this vaccine. There's another issue, though, too, I believe, where there's a percentage of people that are refusing to get it.
That's true.
There's something else going on, too, I think, where that's some kind of an issue.
Right. Aren't the numbers lower than they expected them to be? But it's still early. I mean, how long have we had it? A few weeks?
A few weeks, right. Maybe if more people start getting it, I don't know. I know there are some people that just absolutely cannot be convinced of it, but maybe others would, once they see that people are okay, they'll do it. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it rolls out. That's for sure. So here's a question for you. Oh, Paul's back. Paul, how are we?
New Taster's Choice. My Nescafe.
Yes, do it.
Did you do that, Paul?
Yeah, I haven't tasted it yet, but I did it.
He has to.
It was the quickest thing I could do. The little Nespresso thing is in a little cubby, and I'd have to take it out and put water in somewhere and do all that stuff. I'll work on that after the show.
Yeah.
But the coffee maker's kaput because when I press the button, it's an electrical thing. It's like it shuts off. Okay. And then it shuts back on and starts from the beginning again, and it never gets to the process where the water goes through the little cup in my Keurig. Very sad. I think it's the end of an era and the end of that coffee maker.
Can't you unplug it somewhere? I know it's built in.
It's built in, and I tried to follow the plug. It's down below behind the refrigerator or something. I don't know where it is, but I turned it off.
What idea was
turned
that?
It back on. It was a great idea. Until it wasn't.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Ooh, that's coffee. I didn't really mix it. I just poured it in the.
Just do it straight. Get the tasters right in your mouth.
I was supposed to follow the instructions. I didn't. It's Wednesday, January 6th, the 6th day of 2021. There are 359 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And, of course, it's not just Wednesday, is it, Dana?
It's hump day.
Indeed it is. And Marie delivering the news. Thank you, Marie. We appreciate that very much.
Good morning, everybody.
In the house, Dana Clark announcing it is hump day and doing our traffic and weather information. Brian Morton pressing all the right buttons there in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. certainly Kim sending us information, including emergency instructions on making coffee, and our executive producer, Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Dub. Happy Wednesday.
Good morning. Good morning, Ann. Happy Wednesday to you. Don't like it. Don't like the headline. We talked about it yesterday when we first found out about it, and maybe even on Monday. I can't remember when I brought it up, but that we are doing terribly with the vaccination. Now, we'll have the governor on and we'll ask about that because
tomorrow, Deb, 7/18.
She'll be on, and obviously she's developed a reputation. Some people love her for it, some people don't, but she's been very involved with the whole coronavirus thing and concern about it with the shutdowns and all the other stuff that's happened. How could we now be not carrying the ball over the goal line when the vaccination is readily available and not getting it into people's arms and being sixth worst in all of America?
Well,
How
Paul,
does this happen?
This morning, Paul, Cranes is reporting that 160,000 doses destined for Michigan nursing homes are missing from state data. So I'm not sure what that means.
Oh boy.
But
well, the state has received 520,000 doses of Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines, okay?
That's right.
But only 27% has been administered. I think that's something, I don't know, like it's a low figure, obviously, but 27%. So that means 3/4 of the vaccines, nearly 380, are sitting somewhere. 380,000 are just sitting somewhere. I don't understand why the rollout has been so slow either. But they have Bob Wheaton from the state health department is saying that launching the max vaccinations over Christmas, presented its problems. Obviously, people are in the holiday mode. You're working to get, your things ready at home. So there was issues with that. And they also say that they're getting some resistance from healthcare workers who don't want to get vaccinated here in Michigan. The governor should be, we should ask the governor about that. Why?
Healthcare workers?
They're saying that they're pointing to that as one of the reasons. Yes.
Because they're the first in line.
Right. But
correct.
But if they have the vaccination and they have the vaccine and they keep moving along, if you say I don't want it, well then there are 10 other people standing there that want it. So there's no shortage of people in Michigan that want that vaccination from everything I hear and see.
Right.
I mean, everybody I talk to says they can't wait to get it, from my 94-year-old mother to all of us.
And CVS and Walgreens are in charge of distributing the vaccine to the nursing homes.
Right. Right. And one other interesting point too is that the governor agreed to be vaccinated, but she hasn't received a vaccination yet. And I'm if that's true, what hope is there for the rest of us? I mean, the governor has indicated, I'd like to have the vaccine. I'm going to get it. And she has yet to get it. Why?
We'll ask her that tomorrow. What time, Ann?
7/18.
7/18. We'll ask her. Let's see. Do we care about Kamala Harris plagiarizing Martin Luther King? Now, we've heard it a lot in the news. We'll get to it eventually, I guess. But and Trump shared the wrong number for a Michigan lawmaker, and now a 28-year-old has got thousands of angry calls. See, that's a problem with giving out somebody's phone number and saying, well, call them and tell them you're not happy with what they're doing. I've never done that in 52 years of radio. I've never done that, and I never will. And there's a good reason why you don't do it. You screw up the number, and you're messing up somebody who has nothing to do with this thing. That's stupid. Speaking of stupid, what are these anti-mask protesters who stormed a Los Angeles grocery store and mall? What is their thought process to storm a mall and attack people, basically saying no more masks? How is my wearing a mask causing you a problem? What the heck is going on?
That's a people, really.
Yeah.
Where's Sophie when we need her?
People, really?
Well, there she is.
No,
a group of anti-mask protesters stormed into a grocery store and shopping mall in Los Angeles inciting verbal and at times physical altercations with customers and employees as the region grapples with a dangerous surge of the coronavirus.
A lot of stress out there.
The videos show maskless people walking through a Ralph's in the Westfield Century City Mall chanting, "No more masks!" and getting into shouting matches with other shoppers who wanted them to put on a mask or leave. Some protesters are also seen carrying signs calling COVID-19 a con job and claiming that the numbers of cases are inflated. The numbers of cases are inflated. That's a fact. There was a period of time that if you got hit by a car, they wrote down that you died because of COVID-19. But there are people who have died, many from a lot of different causes that end up being COVID. But COVID has killed people. You have to understand that. How many? I don't know. Don't have any idea. If you can prevent COVID or the flu or the common cold from wearing a mask and not spreading it to other people, then what the heck is wrong with wearing a mask?
They just don't want to be told what to do.
Still driving around without their seatbelt on and going, I'm defying the law.
Right.
I am not putting my seatbelt on. And of course, the next scene shows them going through the windshield of the car.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know.
Well, you're right. There's a percentage of people that do not want to be told what to do. That's the society we're living in right now. Big action this afternoon, starting at 1:00. All eyes will be on Congress. And I suspect it will take a very long time.
All right, I'll end with some good news. If you did not remember to buy a Mega Millions lottery ticket last night, so you missed out on $490 million.
I guess I didn't win.
Nobody won. So good news. Nobody won.
Play again.
It's good news if you didn't buy a ticket, but not so good news if you bought a ticket. And then tonight's, is it the Powerball tonight? $410 million.
Here's my winning numbers.
There you go. You got your Powerball. You got
it.
You got it handled there.
I'm ready.
You are so ready, Damon. All right, we're ready too here at 6:14.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
It's a new year, but for kids in poverty around the world, things are still desperate. Join Compassion with your one-time $40 gift to provide a COVID relief kit to a family in poverty. Text the word GIVE to 83393. That's GIVE to 83393.
Let's check it just as we move along here at 6:14. Our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dana Clark.
Just seeing a slight delay, Paul. 30-minute backup for trucks across the Blue Water Bridge westbound between Canada and the U.S. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel.
Clouds here and steady temperatures over the next few days. Really no big fluctuations and none expected. No big storms in sight. Clouds here this morning, mostly cloudy this afternoon, 37. Tonight, cloudy, 29. Suburbs just a tad cooler. Tomorrow, cloudy, 35. Friday, maybe some sun with the clouds with a high near 35. From a Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stidgig on News Talk 760 WJR.
Let's face it, life looks a little different. During these times, we're doing our best to keep our minds and bodies strong. And getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like celebrating Grandma's 50th wedding anniversary with close family. Yeah, can't do that while sick with the flu. Now imagine family movie night that your daughter can't live without. Well, that's ruined. And don't forget your uncle's socially distanced cookout. Yeah, I think he burned the beef. See, that's why it's important to be at our strongest. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
The market is constantly changing. The Marketplace Minute keeps you up to date 1 minute at a time. When you're just waking up,
Alexa, play Marketplace Minute. All operators file for bankruptcy.
on your way to lunch,
Hey Siri, play Marketplace Minute.
Says it's been spending more on hiring.
right after you tuck in the kids at
Hey
night.
Google, play the Marketplace Minute. Or